Hey sis, good evening. This is Maya Lynn and happy December 15th. Today is day 15. Day 15. I can't even believe it. We're halfway through. Day 15 of my 31 live days of December. I hope you are having a great hump day. This is especially it's unusually warm here in Richmond and it's supposed to be warm for the rest of the week. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm a Connecticut girl, Christmas, snow, I need all that, and it doesn't seem to be happening right now. So anyway, my name is Maya Lynn, founder of Womb Women Own Minority Businesses, and this is my 31-day self-motivation, just getting myself revved up for 2022. And so hopefully, not only am I empowering myself here, but maybe somebody else is being empowered because they're like, oh, Maya, why is she going live every single day? That's what's up. I can do it too. Hope you're having a great week so far. We are hitting our halfway mark as we are getting closer to our holidays. And if you've been out to the stores, it's super crazy. Don't go to Walmart. Just don't do it. It's crazy out there right now, but everyone's gearing up for the holidays. And so we are here in Womb as well, gearing up for the holidays. And even more importantly, getting ready for 2022. So we are, this has been a great week going in. We've had so many new connections. And a shout out to the network, to the Womb Network, our Facebook group. If you are not a member of our free Facebook group, even if you're already a member of Womb and somehow you did not make it into our free Facebook group, go ahead and make sure you get into the group. It is just grown. Like we changed up some things to, just to get our numbers moving again. And apparently we did something right because we have folks coming in every single day. So if you're watching this live or watching this in the replay from our network, hey, connections, is very great to have you a part of our community, a part of our network. And we just can't wait to see how we can help you grow your business in 2022. And of course, shout out to our tribe. Our membership is also growing. And so we are prepared for just massive growth in 2022. We have so many things about to happen. And I told you yesterday, y'all, if you did not write down this date, January 2nd, Sunday, January 2nd, make sure you tune in. I will be going live like several times on January 2nd. We have so many announcements of things that are coming out for 2022. So you got to get ready. I actually have an announcement that's coming out next week too for something that's going to immediately kick off in 2022. So just be on the lookout. I mean, I'm here every day anyway, so at least until the 31st. So like I said, I hope you're having a great day. And so yesterday I put as, our conversation for yesterday that was going to talk about the income gap between Black women, brown women, and everybody else when it comes to entrepreneurship. And I started, I get off on a tangent. I am my mother's child. So I might start on one topic and I just go off somewhere else, and really started talking yesterday about how many creative entrepreneurs that are out there just disrupting industries and making their way through in ways that people don't expect. And I never talked about the income gap. So we're going to talk about that today because this is another continuation of the conversation I had this past weekend in Greensboro at the Black E-Mall Awards Gala. And we met some really incredible entrepreneurs, and we had a conversation about and really, why I ended up starting this organization. Like, how did it come to be? And so we launched in 2019, but I read an article in Forbes in 2018, and it talked about how Black women were starting businesses, faster than any other subgroup. And you will hear this a lot. You hear talking, Black women are starting 3 times faster than any other group. And, we're out there killing it. And it's just, sisters are starting businesses, and it's a great statistic. And so I had heard that statistic before, and that's actually what attracted me to the article. But then I read the rest of the article. And the rest of the art, it started off great, and then the rest of the article kind of gave us some sobering numbers, and it really got me to thinking, like, how did we get here? So yes, we are growing our businesses, specifically Black women are growing businesses faster than any other subgroup, 3 times faster than our brown sisters, faster than our white sisters, faster than our brothers. We're growing businesses faster. We're starting businesses faster than any other group. Boom. Okay, that's great. Now we have to talk about the income gap, right? So we're starting businesses more than anybody else. There's something we're missing, because African American women entrepreneurs, on average, and I'm gonna say on average, this is not all of us, this is on average, earn about $27,000 a year in their businesses. $27,000 a year on average, earn $27,000 a year in their businesses. Okay. The next group would be our brown sisters, who are earning about $50,000 a year. So 27 to 50, almost double what we're earning. Okay. Then we're looking at our other sisters, our non-Black and brown sisters. And white women are earning $172,000 on average. That's not everybody, but on average, you're earning $172,000 in their businesses per year. So we're looking at 27 versus 172,000. That is an insane gap between what they're doing and what we're doing. However, we're starting businesses 3 times faster than everyone else. So how can we be starting businesses faster but earning so much less? And so that number bothered me significantly, and I needed to have some some discussions and just having some conversations with folks, because I really wanted to get a better understanding of why there was such a huge gap. And 2017, 2018, I was still very new in business. I was still fairly new in my tutoring company, and we had only been around for a couple of years at that point. And I had a couple other businesses down the line, right? I was one of those sisters starting businesses. And I said, well, what's the difference? Then why aren't we earning at the same level? You can't tell me that Black women aren't passionate about their business. You can't tell me that we're not educated. We're the most educated group. That's a whole nother conversation. We're the most educated group, right? And so if we're starting businesses faster, we're the most educated group. We're just as passionate. We want to leave legacies for our families. We have the desire we're natural entrepreneurs. We just have this desire to have something of our own and be able to be in control of our income and take care of our families and and support our spouses and all that good stuff, right? So why is there such a gap between what we're doing and what our white sisters are doing? So I started just, looking at some of our habits as business owners and in comparison to other habits. Now, the first thing we have to acknowledge is that there is obvious obstacles that are placed on us from outside forces. We know that. We have to deal with systematic racism. We have to deal with the fact that funding is not, as openly given to us as anyone else. I mean, it's just not. There's very, very little funding for Black women entrepreneurs, also for brown women entrepreneurs, but even less for us. Okay. So we have obstacles that obviously we're dealing with. So we're already starting behind at the start line, right? But then we have the things that we're putting on ourselves. And you hear these conversations, I'm always kind of blown away. You hear the conversations about, that Black women can't work together. You have the crab in a barrel mentality. And I was surprised because, a lot of the sisters I deal with, we're very supportive of each other, but we also know that there's that element there, right? And so when we lack funding, which means we can't invest back in our business as much as we would like, we can't necessarily work with the coaches we want to work with. We can't, there's just a lot of things that we can't do just from the funding alone. But on top of that, we're not preparing in our businesses. Very few people even thinking about doing a business plan. Very few people understanding that you can't market yourself solely through social media. Like there's just so many things that aren't in place, and a lot of times they're not in place not because we just flat out refuse to do it. Sometimes we don't know what we don't know, but we don't ask either, right? Why don't we ask for help? And then now we have that, there's a whole nother conversation there, because we understand that too many of us, we have this strong Black woman crown that sits on our head, and it's very heavy. And that crown oftentimes makes it so that we don't think we can ask for help, that we have to be the strong Black woman. We can take care of ourselves. We don't need anybody's help, but we do. So, you hear about the entrepreneur, the self-made entrepreneur, that's the self-made millionaire. Like it's never true. That is a fallacy. The self-made millionaire, that person had help somewhere. Okay. They had a staff, they may have had some coaching. So a self-made millionaire simply means they didn't have an inheritance from, grandpapa, but they still had help. And so we have to get past this idea of, I'm going in, I'm an expert in this thing here. That means I can start a business. No, that means you're an expert in your field, but that does not make you a business owner. That does not make you an expert in all of the things that are required to get your business to the next level. Sometimes, and then we get stubborn. I remember having a conversation with one sister, God bless her, and we were talking about, what more you can do with your business. And she was like, well, why do I need to do more with my business? I'm happy where I am. Okay, that's cool. If you're okay with where you are, that's fine. But sometimes we don't recognize that there's another level. And it's all about being exposed. And this is where I was talking about yesterday. I think this is how I got off of my tangent. But being exposed to people who are doing things on a higher level, and then realizing, wait a second, I can do that too. It is completely possible for me to be able to do that too. So, we have this income gap, and when we talk about changing the narrative, that's the narrative that we want to change. It's great to have a side hustle. It's great, but you know what? There's just so much more that we can do for ourselves and our families if we are able to recognize that I don't know everything. Let me learn some more things so that I can take my business to the next level. I want to be able to spend time with my family. I want to be able to have options. I want to be able to leave my job if I want to leave my job. Everybody doesn't want to leave their job, right? But you want to have those options. And so I love what we're doing here in Womb, because one, it's all about exposing that this networking is connecting. We're exposing you to thinking differently about your business, introducing you to different types of entrepreneurs who are making money in different ways, to different coaches, to different strategies that you might not realize you actually need in your business. And so, with the connecting and the network, and we say, the importance of connecting and networking and collaborations and partnerships, it's because now you're being exposed to new ways that can elevate your business. There are so many things that I'm doing right now that I had no idea that I was supposed to do until I met someone who was doing this. I'm like, oh, I can do that. Oh, wait a second. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, that takes so much pressure off. Oh, there's so many things that you can do in your business that, that just makes sense, and that most successful business people are doing. But if we are around them, if we're not having those conversations, if the only people in business are doing the exact same thing that you're doing, you're never going to get to the next level. And so when we talk about here and when we talk about, we're connecting, supporting, promoting, we're changing the narrative, where the crowns connect, all of those things mean it's about coming together and sharing ideas and sharing strategies and sharing your challenges and say, hey guys, this is where I'm struggling. Because one person can say, hey, wait a second, I was struggling with that 5 years ago. This is a quick fix. How will you know about that quick fix if the only people you talk about are doing the exact same thing that you're doing? We have a responsibility to ourselves, to our families, and to the legacies that we claim that we want to leave, to make sure that we're doing everything we need to do in our business for it to be successful. If you're not doing everything, then you just have a hobby that you're getting paid for. If you really want to be an entrepreneur, you are constantly looking to, what can I do next? What's the next book I can read? Who's the next connection I can make? What are you doing in your business? What's the next conversation I can have so I can bring all that back to my business, grow your team, and then be able to make the 6, 7, 8+ figures that you want to make in your business? That will not happen unless you start having these conversations and get out of your bubble and start meeting and talking to and building with other people around you. So that is our goal here in Womb. We're having these conversations, and I want you to listen for opportunities for these conversations to happen. If you're not having these conversations, if you don't have this group that you're talking to, if you're not meeting other business owners on a regular basis and learning what they're doing, it is time. It is time to do that in your business. If you haven't done it before, that's okay. The past is gone. 2022 is going to be a whole new year. So you need to make it part of your business plan to connect and build with people around you so that your business can grow and thrive from having these new perspectives. All right. Look, it is now 6:18. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. I know I have some work to do as I'm talking to myself too. I have to preach to myself. So I have some work that I need to get done tonight. So I want to make sure that I give you time to do that tonight. So whether you're watching this live or watching this in the replay, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. And of course, there's nothing more powerful than the Council of Women. So you need to go ahead and grab your sister and go get this ish done and take it to the next level. And I will see you tomorrow evening. Y'all have a blessed night. Bye.